What's going on, my good people? Just over here in my onesie, man. My wife bought me for Christmas, man. I really appreciate it. I be wearing it every day. If I ain't got on my little old house coat, man, she bought me when we first got married, man. I throw an old onesie, man. I said, man, she could probably give me every color of these hoes. I wear them every day. Um, but I had a conversation with somebody this week, man, and we had two different perspectives on a thing that I saw one way and he might have saw another. And it was about the issue of ghosting. Now, he was like, man, it's just mature if you're dating someone, you know, to let them know that you just gonna move on, like you're moving on to something else. And I was like, everybody you date, you don't owe them nothing. Like some of these people, you just don't owe them shit. Like if we've been dating for a month and it just fades out, that's just kind of how it be sometimes. Like, in my opinion, and this is what I told him, this is what I feel, ghosting builds character. It does. I believe ghosting builds character. And I'm going to use myself for this one. Man, I believe between the ages of 18 to about 28, I was ghosted more than 10 times. And instead of crying, oh, I don't think, why don't the women like me? I said, what did that woman not think was pleasant about me? What do I need to change in order to grow? And I don't think most people do that because they want that person. And they be so mad that they got ghosted by the person that they want. What I learned about dating is you cannot be scared to lose any damn body. And what happens is oftentimes people, especially women, they find a man that they want. Oh, he picked me. Okay, great. And the dude ghosts their ass and they be mad. So they be sitting there waiting 4 or 5 years for some fucking closure that ain't gonna come. Go build up your armor, the armor of character, and find out why them people ghosted you. You really don't even want to hear why people ghosted you. I was telling them like, look, I dated a lot in my life. I dated a lot in my life. And so I got to see a side of women. And I was like, ew, some of these women are fucking gross. Some had hygiene issues. If you got hygiene issues, first off, I don't need to tell you why I'm ghosting you. Your smell, I spoke to your smell and we talked. And your smell agreed that we wasn't going to link. This thing about me and this nose, my nose is very sensitive to smells. And if you stink, that's an issue that you and your mama should have worked out when you was a fucking kid. I can't help you clean your fucking body, dog, at this age. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to ghost you, okay? I'm going to get on by my life. Women that were unruly. You can't tell me what to say. You sure right. Well, let me ghost you and get on by my damn life. Why do I owe you an explanation and you are the explanation? Oh boy, what was the other one that I was a good ghoster on? And another, like okay, with me, I used to be really passive. Like if I had a grievance with somebody, I would not, air it out. I wouldn't say nothing. I would just kept letting them do stuff and let them run over me. And I figured out that women was ghosting me because I was a pushover. I found out this is what I found out by self-actualization. A lot of people don't want that self-actualization. That means you have to take accountability for yourself. Ain't nobody told you why you was jacked up. You had to figure out why you was jacked up. So, like, for me, I feel ghosting just builds character. Like, when those women was ghosting me, I was sitting there like, okay, I'm going to have to figure out why I'm being ghosted. My communication wasn't proper. Um, Going on, I wasn't a good planner of dates. Like I would, girl, like, hey, you gonna take me out on a date? Like, I wasn't a good planner of dates, man. Women don't like when you're not assertive. And most of these, like, okay, what I'm finding out about, because I used to talk to women, like I got a good group of women that were friends, just platonic friends, and I would ask them, why would you ghost a man? And the number one reason was because he was cheap. And I said, okay, I don't need to be cheap. And what I learned is when I was going out on dates, I was never cheap. I was always a good planner, man. I would find like restaurants that were like unique, and we would go to these restaurants. A woman was impressed. The restaurant didn't have to be expensive, but she was happy that I planned something, and it was a restaurant that she didn't know about, and I put her on to something new. And so the ghoster started getting confidence because the self-actualization helped me grow. But man, look here, bro, I dated a lot. And okay, I went out, man, this girl, man, I met this girl, man, this girl was absolutely beautiful. Man, we go out on a date. We ain't had nothing to talk about the whole time. And I'm the type of person that talk. I got a great conversation, man. If you got a personality, we gonna talk very, very well. We gonna communicate very well. Even if it don't turn into something romantic, we'll still have a great conversation. It'll still be, courteous and kind and all of that. But boy, we ain't had nothing to talk about. And then after we had left the place that we was at, when we ain't had nothing to talk about, she was like, hey, let's go to this spot around the corner. It was a club named Aura. So we ended up going to the club Aura. And then I found out why she wanted to go to this club. Because the dude that she used to talk to was up in there. And so she was using me to try to, flex on him. Like, look who I got. But we ain't had no chemistry like that. Like, so I figured out I was just a showpiece for her to try to get old boy back. So I didn't call her back. She needed to be ghosted. So, but I feel a lot of women don't learn from being ghosted. Me, I had to learn from being ghosted because you spend your money on these dates and you don't want your money to go to waste. So you have to learn how to effectively keep a woman's attention. Yep. That's what happens when you get to a self-actualization phase. You have to learn how to keep a woman's attention. And then what another thing I learned that kept me from being ghosted is that I had to learn to find how to make a woman feel safe. Ooh, woo. Man, make a woman feel safe. I used to invite women over my house, right? Because I had built up these skills through time. When you building yourself as a man, like women don't have to build themselves like a man. Like women get, they get something that men don't get. They get the attention that men have to seek. So when you building yourself as a man, like you adding different skills to yourself, so you can add a cachet to you that forms an aura. So I used to invite women over to the house and I would cook for them when they got over there. But I would not try to have sex with them. I would not try to have sex with them. I would just have them enjoy the conversation. We'd watch movies. We have a conversation over the food. But it was a thing about making them feel safe, making them feel comfortable. Just something that I learned, dog, about being ghosted in the beginning and learning from being ghosted from that time between 18 to 28 when women was ghosting the hell out of me. And I'm like, damn, these beautiful women are ghosting me. Why are they doing this? So even though the women were choosing me, they were still ghosting me because something about me did not work out for them. And for me, I always say if a woman ghosted me, good for her. She made a decision. She made a good decision for herself. And when I ghost people, I made a good decision for me. But some people don't like being ghosted because they haven't dealt with the issues from the past. Like a lot of women got daddy issues. They got daddy issues, that abandonment and all other stuff. So when they get ghosted by the man that they like, it goes back to that daddy ghosting them in the beginning. And they don't want to deal with that daddy issue. So they want the explanation that they're not going to listen to, because you can go over there and be like, hey, man, I don't want to talk to you for this. They be like, you can't do that. And this is why because women don't like to handle the truth, because you ain't dealt with the daddy issues. That's why you mad about the abandonment on this side. Don't be mad you got ghosted. Figure out why you got ghosted. And most times, people ain't got to tell you why you got ghosted. Your personality just not attractive. Sometimes your looks is attractive, but not your personality. Sometimes your looks is a 10, but your personality is a 0. So when they getting to know you, they like, shit, there ain't nothing there. You're a one-trick pony. You just a booty in the face. And some dudes, y'all just money and height. Y'all have no personality. You have to get a personality, man. This goes back to that video I made about being chosen versus selected, man. When I was selected, boy, I was getting ghosted. I had no personality, I had no good skills, none of that, man. But when I got chosen, man, I had a clean house. I learned how to cook. I had learned how to set an ambiance. I learned about candle selection. But I learned this from my homegirls. See, ghosting builds character, dog. I had to build me. I'm a man. You got to build yourself as a man, dog. You can't settle for no status quo, man. I be telling most of these dudes that I counsel, man, you a one-trick pony. I'm a one-trick pony. You a one-trick pony, but you want to get treated like you chosen. No, sucker, you selected. You got money. You might got got some muscles. You might got some money, but you ain't got no personality. Hey, man, personality gonna trump everything. Because the personality comes with the confidence. The confidence comes from knowing. When you know, you're confident. Like when you study for your test and you know what's gonna be on the test, you confident when you walk in. The sucker that didn't study, he up in there like, and you finish your test in 20 minutes and he there to the end of class. That's what I'm talking about. Ghosting builds character. Peace out, my people.